Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm overwhelmed with everything that I heard. My question to the panels are as follows. Some of us are first generation, some of us are second, some of us are fifth generation. Decisions to come, to stay, to return are very personal, and it's between each one of us and his maker. So I cannot judge anyone but me. So I'll start with me. What would you see as my responsibility? What I heard so far is that you're suggesting a multiple tier approach to the challenges that are meeting all of us Muslims who are at this moment, since I could pass away in a minute or an hour or a day. This moment, there is different tiers of contributions and assistance to each other, to our children, and to our communities, immediate communities, and the community at large, which is in this country and beyond. What would you advise us who have been a long time and short time, and our children, of creating a non-divisive community within this country and beyond? I've heard some wonderful suggestions. I'm taking it over to my kids who are no longer live in Iowa, adults of their own, contributing in their own small ways, and others. My biggest concern, I've been very lucky when I came here and the support that I received from God and others. What would you suggest to a newly coming family or an individual Muslim, man or a woman? What would you offer them for their immediate community? We need a mentoring program. How can we here create a mentorship program that's even away from the mosques? How can we do it?
Jazakallah khair. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. Allah said that you are the best community brought out for mankind. Here, I will not go much detail except I'll point out two aspects of it. Khayra ummatin, the best community. That means you have to become the best. That means you have to increase your knowledge of what Islam is all about. Study yourself Quran and Sunnah, and what you study, implement in your life. As I said before, don't go by hearsay Islam, but go by the Islam of Quran and Sunnah. And implement yourself, implement your life, and then increase the circle, go to other Muslim brothers and sisters, let them know how to live Islam, what you understand it. Don't impose your views on other people, but just convey. Our duty is to convey, not to convince. Remember that. Our duty is to convey, not to convince. Just convey, leave at that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and that person, it is between them to be guided, Allah to guide them. It's not our duty to impose our deen on other people. We are only here to convey. And then linnas, ukhrijat linnas, means we have to become role models of mankind in two ways. Convey and show them who we are. And we have to have excellence in every aspect of our lives. Excellence on the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, excellence in our relationship with people, and excellence in our professions, whatever we choose to do. I think this will help you answering your question. Thank you.
Could you hold on just a second? The sister was asking a question and she needed some tips. How do we start in our communities? And I think the best way is to start with your families. There has to be some change in the family. We're still suffering from spousal abuse. That's something that we cannot deny. We still have a problem with tarbiyah. We do not know how to raise our kids in this country simply because we don't have a vision. We don't know how to protect them. We don't know how to educate them from day one. Then after that, because the family is the incubator of the best incubator for good individuals, and that is where we have to start, then you can reach out to other people to make dawah with other people. But you have to start in the home. And there has to be fulfillment of wifehood and motherhood duties in the home, spiritually and emotionally. And both parents are responsible for rearing the kids, not just the mother. See, these are problems, because the absence of the husband is a problem. Mothers shouldering that alone is a problem. We need to solve that so we have some kind of integration of roles so that everybody helps each other do better dawah and be able to be more positive in their input.
Thank you, Dr. Rasha. A quick follow-up, please. The biggest dilemma that I have witnessed from first and second-hand experience for a Muslim family or individual coming into a foreign land, and foreign is a word that is very inclusive, is the lack of support in that immediate community. So what I'm saying is, I had my journey, and I have grown from the journey, and I have raised what I believe between me and God are two very good responsive adults, community members, and good Muslims in their heart. Now, I would like to share my journey with the positive and the negative with others, but sometimes the time and the opportunities are not there. So what I am asking from your wonderful expertise and Dr. Ali's expertise is another food for thought for us. When a new member comes in, we need to create a network of a mentoring system for individual and families, because the mere coming into this country alone is a shock to the system.
Of course it is.
It's a cultural shock, it's a language shock, it's a faith shock, it's an intellectual and physical and spiritual shock.
Right. Well, usually in communities they would have programs and they'd have conferences and seminars and things like that, but I don't know which, you're in this community, of course.
Right.
Attending the Maya conference is not going to help, simply because our Arab brothers and sisters, with all respect to them, they're dealing in these conferences still from a foreign and alien mentality and dealing in foreign policy and not dealing with problems of this country. Right. So what you need to do is find a support group that thinks like you and is just a newcomer. And you have my email on my card here on the table, and we'd like to establish contact. Okay. And inshallah, I'll hook you up with a lot of sisters, American sisters that are here. Yeah, I'll hook you up with sisters, and we'll help you out. On my part, I can do what I can do.
Yes.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, since we have 5 more people to go, and just try to keep it short.
Sure.